Start with the name of Allah, the most grateful, the most merciful. Dear students of class second year, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome you in Pakistan International School Taif's virtual learning system. Dear students, hope you are doing well and you are fit and fine and working hard with your studies. Today we have English lecture number 21 and this is grade second year, unit 5 and reading selection 5.2, gender inequality is detrimental to society. Page number 194 to 199, and here's your teacher, Sarfraz Nadeem. Dear students, in the last lecture, we completed the unit reading selection 5.1, and today we have reading selection 5.2. The last lecture was about technology and society for the future, and today's topic is gender inequality is detrimental to society. Pre-reading, dear students, gender inequality is detrimental to society. A society makes progress when its members, male and female, work together to attain the national goal. Equal rights should be given to women, otherwise they will not be able to contribute contribute to the nation building. Dear students, I wanted to add over here that this essay deals with the rights of women. It talks about education, health facilities, job opportunities, and inheritance of women in society. Women account for major portion. Let's see what is here in our uh, today's essay. So let's start. Please open your book, page number 194. Here we are on page number 194, reading selection 5.2, gender inequalities detrimental to society. World's population comprises of more than 50% women. Although women account for major portion of population, yet they have not been given equal rights. They have been kept deprived of enough education, health facilities, and nutrition. Women are considered as fragile human beings, both physically and emotionally in our society. Women in many poor and underdeveloping countries lead a miserable life. In Pakistan, women face many hurdles in the race of life. They are not able to get proper education. About 70% of the population lives in rural areas. In most rural areas, there are only primary schools for girls in comparison to the schools for men who have high and higher secondary schools. As most of the population is illiterate and conservative, so the parents do not send their daughters to school. That is why the ratio between male and female education is quite alarming. Education is necessary if we want our nation and country make progress. It is said, if you educate a man, you educate an individual, but if you educate a woman, you educate a family. But women in Pakistan are deprived of such facilities. They have not been given equal opportunities of getting education. Man and woman are as the two wheels of a cart in which the function of the one wheel depends on the function of the other wheel. If one of the wheel is out of order, the other wheel cannot function well. Islam teaches its followers that seeking of knowledge is the duty of every Muslim. But it is an irony of fate that this golden saying has been totally neglected in the case of women. This gender inequality is a violation of the equal human laws and rules. Dear students, in both paragraphs, it is written that women account for major portion of population, yet they have not been given equal rights in society. They are kept deprived of education, health facilities, and nutrition. Especially in underdeveloped countries, women lead miserable life. In Pakistan, women cannot obtain proper education because of poverty and conservatism of the family. Women play a pivotal role in the running of the cart of life and considered an equal wheel of this cart. It is said that if you educate a man, you educate an individual, but if you educate a woman, you educate a family. But in our society, women are deprived of such golden opportunity. According to the Islam, seeking knowledge is the duty of every Muslim. So, dear students, this is the explanation of both paragraphs. Let's start number 3 paragraph. In Pakistan, overall general health conditions are not satisfactory, but women suffer more than the other members of society. Their worst situation is observed during maternity period as hospitals as hospitals and doctors are not available in remote areas, so most of the women lose their lives during childbirth. Due to this reason, maternal and infant mortality rate is much high. It has been observed and surveyed that mortality rate of mothers during childbirth is more than 30% out of 1,000 in Pakistan, which is a matter of great concern. In rural areas, it is twice of this number because of the non-availability of qualified healthcare staff, midwives, and lady health visitors. Besides, the male members of the family do not want to take their women to the male doctors. The poor ailing women die by inches due to the sheer negligence of the male members. The sort of gender inequality indicates that women are not treated fairly as they deserve. If women are pale, weak, and frail, it is obvious that their offsprings will also be thin, weak, and unhealthy. Weak and unhealthy people cannot contribute much to the progress and prosperity of a country. Dear student, due to the in these paragraph, it is told that due to the lack of education of the women, there are only a few lady doctors in the country. This uh, situation creates a lot of difficulties for women. In case of treatment of different diseases, many women die during maternity period because men do not allow their women to go to male doctors for treatment. Bad situation is another favor for poor health of the female. There is no good quality of food available for female, and as a result, they fall a victim to many diseases. Malnutrition is another factor responsible for poor female health in Pakistan and some other developing countries. According to medical experts, more than 60% women in Pakistan have the deficiency of vitamin D. This situation is quite grave and gloomy. The quality as well as quantity of food for female and male is based on discrimination. The male members of a family are served first with good quality of food while women dine. What is left behind on the dining table? It is assumed that women do not need good nutrition and can survive and grow well with low calorie intake. As a result, women fall a victim to many diseases. As a matter of fact, women need good Women need good nutritious food because they have to feed and bring up children, but due to discriminatory attitude of the members of the family, women are ignored in every walk of life. Such weak and anemic women produce sick and unnourished next generation. This gender inequality depicts a horrible picture of the health conditions of women in Pakistan. This poor health situation also hampers women participation in the economic growth of country. Pakistani women are not independent and self-relying for their financial need. They must depend on their male members of the family. This aspect is another factor for their vulnerability due to the due to lack of education. Women are not able to get appropriate jobs. Women are given less job opportunities. Their quota in jobs is far less than the quota reserved for men. Women workers in industries, factories, and mills are given less wages as compared to the wages paid to the male workers. Although women workers contribute much to the economy of the country, yet there is no effective society plan to safeguard their rights. Effective security plan to safeguard their rights. They are being victimized on the basis of gender. More than 50 million female home based workers are currently working in Pakistan, but their salaries are so small that they hardly earn a square meal. As inequality in society, especially in the case of women folk. Women are also maltreated in the cases of inheritance. They are not given their proper share in the property left by their parents. Islam has earmarked their due share in the inheritance. This injustice is a crystal clear sign of gender inequality in a country along with some other countries. Gender inequality in any form is detrimental to society. The pace of progress and development stops. The wronged ones feel frustration. They all a victim to inferiority complex. Their latent potentialities cease to function. They lead a good for they lead a depressed and dejected life. They think that their very existence in the world is good for nothing and futile. They act as they are dumb, driven cattle. Under these circumstances, a nation cannot make progress. It cannot keep its pace with the ever advancing nations of the globe. This state of affairs is quite grave and worthy of consideration as it adversely affects our society. Dear students, in the last few paragraphs, it is told that many women die during maternity period because men do not allow the women to go to male doctors for treatment. Bad condition is another favor for poor health of the female. There is no good quality of food available for female, and as a result, they fall a victim to many diseases. Women need good quality of food as they have to feed and bring up children. Women do not get proper education due to lack of educational institutions. Working women are giving less little wages. Women are being victimized on the basis of gender. In case of inheritance, women are not given their share in the property. So, dear students, this was the lesson about the gender inequality is detrimental to society. Hope so you understand. If you have any query, any problem, any question, you can ask me on Zoom questionnaire session. Dear students, we are on page number 197. It's a new vocabulary. We have difficult words and their meanings. And you can see if you have any query, any problem regarding the difficult words or word meaning, you can see, you can check it from here on page number 197. And then we have another page about the study questions on page number 198. Few questions are given on page number 198 and 199. So dear students, if you have any problem regarding the question, I think the questions are very easy and clear written in the lesson about the questions. The first question is given over here. What is the ratio between male and female population in the world? So I think it's very easy. The world's population comprises of more than 50% women. It means female population forms the major portion of the world's population as compared to male population. And question number two is, do women in the poor and developing countries enjoy equal rights? Definitely no. Women in the poor and developing countries do not enjoy equal rights. They are not given their due rights. They lead a miserable and dejected life. They consider inferior to men. They are not able to get proper education because of the gender inequality. So, dear students, it is about the lesson. More questions are given over here. And if you have any query, any problem, you can ask me more questions about the lesson. Dear students, second topic is comprehension. I think you are well aware about this question, that this part is given in the lesson in class first year's English paper as well. The read the passage and answer the following questions. So a passage will be given in the paper and the students definitely will read the passage. And then the few questions will be asked or will be given to you to write the answers of these questions. Though these questions will be from that passage, and three questions will be given to you. The first two questions, one and two, will be from the passage, and the last question will be the precise the passage and give a suitable title. So you are well aware that the precis writing we have already completed in our previous classes, previous lectures. So today we will complete the comprehension. So let's start the comprehension. Comprehension is the understanding of information. Comprehension involves using context clues and thinking critically to better understand the information being received. Comprehension means that the students in a language understand the facts. In different exams, students are given a paragraph and related questions in the paragraph only reply, finds and facts. It tests the ability of the student to understand the contents of the passage and to enter information from it. Basically, dear students, a comprehension means that a passage is given to a student and it is being observed or checked that let's the how the students are going to read it properly and answering the questions properly. What the answers are being asked, they have to answer properly. Comprehension means understanding text, spoken, written, or visual. Comprehension is an active and complex process. Aim of comprehension. What is the mean of the comprehension? Why it is given? The aim of comprehension is to measure and improve students' ability to read and understand. Therefore, it is essential that students should be able to express his ideas, her ideas clearly and precisely and in good language. This is the aim of the comprehension. Many students are sometimes asking why the passage is given, but this is the aim to measure and improve students' ability of reading and understanding. Dear students, we have some useful tips how to manage this question, how to answer this question, what are the best ways to handle or to attempt these questions properly. Number one, first read the contents of the passage quickly to get a fairly good idea and then slowly to grasp the meaning of the passage. Now, first of all, you have to read it properly once, twice, thrice, and then quickly to get a fairly good idea. That means what you're thinking about it. and slowly get the meaning of the passage. What is the passage is about? What is the meaning? And number two, understand the question. First of all, when the question is asked, you are supposed to understand it properly, that what is the actually mean of the question, what the question is asking. Read and relevant part of the content in the passage and then write it in your own language. Definitely you have to write it in your own language, dear students, and the help will be over there, because the question will be from the passage, means it will be asked the information which is already given in the passage. They will ask you, so you have to read it properly and then write it uh, very good, in a good way. Number three, the answer to the question should be brief and to the point. No need to give the extra information, extra thoughts. Just read the question, answer the question, and a question, answer should be brief and to the point. Number four, write complete sentence as far as possible, though sometimes it is possible to give good answer using only single phrase or word. Number five, you can also answer using an expression taken from the passage, but it is always preferable to write answer in your own words, which should be precise and neat. Number six, do not ever copy from the passage without understanding. Dear students, many students, what they are doing when they have given such kind of the questions and the comprehension, they are just writing the answers. They are not sometimes giving attention towards the passage, what the passage is telling us, what the passage is answering. So they are sometimes writing the wrong answers. So first of all, you have to go through from the passage, read it thoroughly, and then write the answers. Because without understanding the passage, definitely you will not be able to attempt questions properly. And the number seven, the last, it is also includes some vocabulary questions to test the reading skill. You should be able to express the meaning or idea clearly and to the point. So, dear students, these were the 7 points or 7 tips for attempting to question comprehension, like read the passage and answer the questions. So, hope so okay, you understand this session, this lecture, especially both topics. One topic was about the gender inequality is detrimental to society, and second topic was about the comprehensions. So, if you have any query in both the topics, any question, any problem, so you can ask me on Zoom after this lecture. I will be there, and any query, any problem, I'm available over there. Now, dear students, a homework is given over here, the sample and also homework. Here you can see the passage is given, and then the last four questions are given. So what you have to do, definitely you have to read the passage completely, properly, and then it is very easy for you to answer these questions. So after the completing of this passage, these writing, after the writing of the answers, you have to send me on WhatsApp group. And definitely I will check and I will let you know how many students are really able to write the correct answers. So this is a homework to students of class second year to complete this assignment and send it to me to WhatsApp group. So, dear students, it was all about today's lecture, and thank you for joining. And see you tomorrow and the next lecture. Until that, Allah Hafiz and goodbye.